This is going to be a general message. Take it as it resonates. I'm hearing whether or not. Now, this could actually have something to do with the weather. Perhaps it's crazy where you're at, unpredictable. Maybe even the news is a little bit off. The weather channel is a little bit off. You could be expecting one thing and you're getting something else. Highly possible. But we're not going to talk about the actual weather today. What I'm thinking this is an individual who is deciding whether or not they should reconnect, should get reacquainted, should say something, should tell you what's on their mind. I'm not sure this is someone who's actually going to do this. Whether this is another person or whether this is you, I'm not sure if the move is actually going to be made to establish connection or reestablish a connection. However, it is on someone's heart. Someone is thinking about another individual heavily during this time. They could just be randomly popping in someone's head. Maybe they've dreamt of them, but it's more so of just like, why am I thinking about this person out of nowhere? I'm just thinking about this person from I've met before. Now, I do think it's someone from the past, this is an individual who's already met who they're thinking about. They've already met them. They've already encountered them. This would not be strangers. But it's whether or not they should do something about what they're feeling. That's what I'm thinking. Should I or shouldn't I? Will I or won't I? I don't feel it, guys. I am not feeling it at this moment. That doesn't mean things won't change in the near future, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like it's just a thought right now, a feeling and a thought, because I do think it's in someone's emotions. Like, whoever is going through this, whether this is you or a person on the outside of you, there was some type of an emotional connection established before, however long ago, whether it got deep, whether it was surface level, but there were emotions that were involved. Even if it was like a really close friendship or like a flirtation, a crush, something like this. At one point in time, there were feelings. And what I feel is, I'm hearing exploration. There were feelings that were not explored. Or maybe they were, but only to a certain level, and then it hit like a dead end or something. It didn't go any further. It's almost as if there's like unfinished business, if you will. And the reason I say that is because what someone is thinking about right now when it comes to you, vice versa, is, I wonder what happened to so-and-so, or I wonder what they're doing now. I wonder what they're doing today. I wonder what would have happened if we would have stayed in touch, or if we would have connected deeper, if we were single and available and able to kind of pursue what we touched on before. It feels like that. It's getting hot in here. Seriously. I mean, it is winter time where I'm at, but like this whole bodysuit is it's like a sauna up in here. Anyway, all right, let's focus. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the person here, whether you or another individual thinking about another, kind of wondering what if, whether or not, it feels secretive to me. Like, it's not something someone is feeling the need to discuss with another. I mean, they could be their closest friends or something, possibly, but it feels more like it's a secretive thing. Someone's keeping this to themselves. They're not really divulging what they're thinking during this time. Because they truly, at this point, I don't believe this is someone who intends on making a move. And if they do, it's nothing, I don't feel serious. It's just at this point, inward. It's an inward focus. However, we all know that what we focus on is what grows. And any area that we focus on, and we put all of our intention and we put all of our mind and our heart into it, it eventually starts to sprout and then grow and then evolve and become whatever it is that we envision. So I don't know if someone's realizing this, but the more that they focus on the fact that they've thought of you, vice versa, the more that they think of you. So it will eventually get to the point where I believe someone may want to reach out, someone may want to connect, but they don't quite know how at this moment. They don't know how, or they don't know what way would be best if they did, how it would go down, you know. At this point, it's more of just up in here and in here. Now, the interesting thing is there's almost a vibe of, if I do connect with who I'm thinking about, if I do reach out, if I do touch base, they're also thinking whether or not it could get them in trouble in some way or distract them from something else they have going on. I feel like this is an individual who has quite a lot going on. They're focused on their life, which is great. They could even be focused on another individual. It just depends. But in their mind and in their heart, it's almost like as if they're at war with themselves a bit, because it's like, if I were to do this just to kind of see what's up, just to kind of, you know, connect, would this not only distract me from what I have going on, from what I'm focused on in my life, but would it also potentially mess up what I have going on? You know, someone's being like careful here. They're being very, very careful. But the fact remains, they can be as careful as they want, but it's still present. It's still there. What has caused this to come about? What has sparked the presence of this person? Like, if this is another individual outside of you, what has sparked this person to start thinking about you? Vice versa. What's doing it? Well, something happened. Something had to have happened. You know what I think happened? Have you guys ever went on vacation somewhere? This is the only example that's coming to me, but it's like going on vacation somewhere. Wherever you go, let's use Gatlinburg for example, or you go somewhere and you're staying there for 3 to 4 days to a week. It's nice, it's lovely, you know, and you're kind of basically living the life. Of course, you're thinking about things like, man, this costs a lot, and you know, you're on vacation, you're living your best life, but at the same time, you're kind of thinking of all the other responsibilities. But then, you know, it's about the last day of your trip, and you know, I've got to go home. I've got to go back home. It was fun while it lasted. You kind of like come back down to reality, and then you have to decide whether or not you're gonna pack right now or wait till the morning you're leaving. I mean, you start making a lot of decisions. These are small little decisions, but they all add up to a big deal because you know you're gonna be leaving. Yes, you had an amazing time. Yes, it was luxurious and it was a nice reality for the time being, but then you kind of miss home. You miss home. You miss your own bed. This is kind of the feeling, okay? It's almost as if someone here misses another. This could be someone who they know from back home or someone they met from back home. Now, that may not have anything to do with it, but it could be that another person feels like home. There's this familiarity. There's this comfortability because when they have connected with said individual, it was very opposite of whatever this vacation life has been. But there's something about it that stands out, that this person feels like they can be themselves totally. I hope this is making sense. So this could be what's kind of caused an individual to like randomly start thinking about someone that they've kind of lost connection with or fully lost connection with. It depends. Is the fact that They may even have a really nice life right now. They or you, someone could have a very nice life right now. Like their current reality is really stable. They could have a nice home. They could have a great career where they make a very stable amount of money. They could have a wealthy amount of friends, you know. They could drive nice vehicles. They could have more than one stable vehicle. They could have a very luxurious lifestyle. Maybe they enjoy, I'm seeing somebody with cigars. They enjoy cigars. They enjoy nice food. They enjoy travel even. But there's something about a particular individual that pops into their mind that's like, sometimes I miss the simple life, or sometimes I want to go back to that, or sometimes I want to connect with someone who's more real. You ever met somebody that's like extremely wealthy, that has a whole lot, or watched a travel show perhaps, and someone who travels all the time and they live this life and they're able to have, and then when they go back home they have a lot of money, so they live a nice luxurious life, but maybe they go to a place that is kind of down home. It's very country-like, country living and humble, and we go out and get our food and we ride horses and things like that. You see what I'm saying? Like country living. And while, yes, they love having everything readily available for them back home, they love that life, they're kind of torn because now that they've had a taste of this type of reality, it's brought a new perspective, but not only that, it's kind of made them realize that maybe not everyone has the same dream. And maybe the dream that they've been living, yes, it's wonderful, it's amazing. They've had a very nice life and they've worked really hard to get where they're at. But why does their soul call for this life? Why does their soul, or why rather is their soul so attracted to a more humble reality? Humble as in, it's a very different reality. Doesn't mean it's not just as hard or harder even, and the end goal looks very different, or the end result is very different than someone who works really hard in this reality and they get this, and someone who works really hard in this reality, like on a farm, gets this. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense here. It's because someone's realizing that there's more. I'm seeing, again, I always see the Wizard of Oz, but I'm seeing it again. If you're familiar with the movie The Wizard of Oz, there's like two completely different realities. But she misses home. But in this case, this is a person who, they've known a specific type of world. Doesn't mean it hasn't been hard too and had its ups and downs, but they want to see more. They want to see something different, and the something different feels more like home than what they've been in. See what I'm saying? Like Dorothy fit right in The Wizard of Oz, although it was like something completely imagined. So here's what we're dealing with. Here's where we're at, I believe. Whoever this individual is, whether it's you watching me or another person, it's about, I think I want to put myself out there. I really want to get out into the water. I want to walk into it instead of be in the boat. Like the idea of that. I want to swim in it instead of get on the yacht. You see what I'm saying? I want to feel it. I want to feel something different. Now, they've felt it before. They have felt this before with a particular individual. This home type feeling, this, I can just be myself. I can be very comfortable with you. Like, I don't feel like I have to have anything or be anything, and I can learn so much from you. You've got so much to teach me. It's like that, and you listen to me, you really listen. You have a deeper perspective of things than what I'm coming from and where I'm at and the people that are surrounding me there. While they are also all very wise in their own way, none of them have the view or perspective of life that you have. And this makes me have a deeper understanding of what home truly is, what love truly is, what discovering oneself truly is. This is why someone's kind of like torn in a way, and they're trying to figure out whether or not they should do something, because there's a fear that if I do, I'm going to lose my reality right now. So maybe they're trying to figure out how they can kind of have both worlds, or how they can at least dabble a little bit in one world, learn a little bit, and then go back to their reality. Although they may even also be afraid of something that they're interested in, that what if I like it more than what I've had? What if I go somewhere? What if I reach back out? What if I reconnect? What if I visit and I like it more? And this is actually my home. This is where I've always been meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be someone who's a bit afraid of actual full life change. This will be someone who's like always lived in the city, and this is, you know, the life they think that they want, because they're so accustomed to it and used to it, and it's just all they know, really. It doesn't mean they haven't seen other things, but it's what they're best at, what they've practiced the most, what they've been around the most. But then they travel somewhere and it's like, oh my God, there's something about here that just feels like I was always supposed to be here. But it's scary. It's completely different. What if I move? What if I move and I go here, and then I realize that I miss what I have called home for so long? But something tells me this is my home. So I feel like someone is between being really positive about a potential new life, a potential new love, a potential reconnection of love, and really negative, because change can be uncomfortable. It can be uncertain. What if I do this and I completely fail? You know, someone could even be like setting something they really want up for failure, because they're kind of being a little negative about it, which we can all do that. So that's this general message today. That's where we're at thus far. With whoever's going to resonate with this is someone who's like balancing in the in-between. They're stuck in the in-between. All of this stands out to me because I've been watching a travel show, and the people who are traveling on it, I was sitting with their energy this morning, and I'm like, wow. I mean, it was a clear message that this is what someone's going through, but even in their romantic life, could actually mix with where they live. Like, maybe who someone is really thinking about during this time, that they actually have a heart for, feelings for, and they want to reach out and they want to connect, but they're like, oh, will this cost me my... Oh, who says that? Somebody, I've heard someone say before, your new life will cost you your old. Let's Google that. Who said your new life will cost you your old?
Brianna Wyest. According to Goodreads, quote by Brianna Wyest, your new life is going to cost you your old one.
There you go. That's what someone's afraid of, but they also are wanting it at the same time. It's almost equally at this point. It hasn't always been, though. But I think at the level someone is reaching, they are more and more and more interested in discovering this new life. I'm hearing new wife, this new person, maybe both. Maybe the new person or the reconciliation of a person, depending on the situation, is in a new place also. See what I'm saying? All new territory. It's completely unfamiliar. It's completely new. Your new life will cost you your old. Brianna Weiss said that. That's basically the whole message, yeah. Oh, here we go. The rest of it on Google. Let's go ahead and read it. Your new life is going to cost you your old one. It's going to cost you your comfort zone and your sense of direction. It's going to cost you relationships and friends. It's going to cost you being liked and understood. But it doesn't matter, because the people who are meant for you are going to meet you on the other side. And you're going to build a new comfort zone around the things that actually move you forward. And instead of liked, you're going to be loved. Instead of understood, you're going to be seen. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I got chills. All you're going to lose is what was built for a person you no longer are. Let it go. That's the thing. Someone's changing in their life. They could even be going through some type of, or you, if this is you, could even be going through some sort of massive awakening, like a spiritual awakening, and they're trying to hold on to their old life. It's literally like the Wizard of Oz. I just couldn't put it into words better. You see what I'm saying? And that's where we're at. I'm going to leave it here. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.